Yo, what up YouTube? Welcome back to the video. Today's video, I'll be showing you guys how to rank up in the new Season 13 Apex Ranked. A lot of people are struggling with the new point system, and in this video, I'll be showing you guys how you should be playing each game. So hopefully this video helps a lot, and hopefully you guys enjoy. All right, what up guys? I know a lot of you all been struggling on ranking up, especially with this new system, how it works, and this is how you pretty much rank up. You want to play like this every single time. A quick rundown of what you want to do. Try to land somewhere where you're going to get a lot of loot. Don't land somewhere where you know you're just going to get a little bit of loot. You normally walk out with one person having blue shields, two have white shields. You try not to want, like, you don't want that to happen. Just try not to let that happen at all. Because you want to try to loot up enough to play late game. Like, you want to be able to figure out where the next zone is. So you want to have a scan legend. We have Valkyrie. Valkyrie is the one I recommend having as your scan legend. The other ones are kind of useless. A lot of people like to use Bloodhound and Seer, of course. I just don't recommend scan legends for the simple fact a lot of these lobbies, even like silver and gold, a lot of these lobbies are still kind of played like pro scrims. If you guys watch pro scrims or if you guys watch actual tournaments where there's like 10 teams in like the final zone and everyone's playing a building, that's how a lot of these lobbies are played. Right now, currently, Plat 4, real time, like as I'm recording, I am Plat 2, but these lobbies are extremely hard. I'm still fighting against pred teams that are trying to hit diamond. Still fighting pred teams that are in diamond hitting pred. Now I'm also fighting all like people that are already pred. And it's a lot easier going playing these games. Um, Knowing that it's kind of played like scrims. You want to play in buildings. You want to try to make sure you rotate early. Don't focus too much on kills because a lot of people have been focusing too much on kills. They'll get like 6 kills, die early, and they still lose like minus 40. So I don't recommend always trying to get into fights. It's not necessary. Even though it's good to get that early KP, if you think it's free, do it. I 100% recommend that. If you think it's free, get it over with really fast where you get third partied. Rotate afterwards, like do whatever you can fast as you can. Rotate and just try to find a building in zone. Now, the reason why I don't recommend Scan Legends is because, again, a lot of these lobbies are played like pro lobbies. Like, a lot of people are playing buildings, so you have general knowledge of whatever building you want. If you think it's really good, more than likely a team's going to be in there. And if they're not, huge. You can get your scan character, aka your Valk, or your port character, which would be Wraith or Ash. Get them to test it out, see if someone's in there or not. If they're not, let them call it out, and you all just take over that building. Now, the characters I recommend, while this is like a downtime in this video, I'm sorry about that. The characters I recommend for this map, now this is no particular like order of the meta, but if you want the absolute meta, of course it's going to be Valk, Caustic, Gibby. But the legends you want to play is Wraith, Ash, Gibraltar, Newcastle, Caustic, and Valkyrie, Horizon, and maybe Loba. Loba's just really convenient. Especially like late game, if you just need some extra heals, you can't get to the boxes. Loba's absolutely huge to have, and I think underrated. Um, but that's what I'd say is like the go-to for this season, of course. So I recommend having those legends on your team. Now, when it comes to landing somewhere, it doesn't have to be a spot like where there's of course a lot of loot. If you rotate to the northwest, there's a spider cave that has really good shields, purple shields, blue shields, whatever it is. Which is, yeah, it was up there to the left up here. I don't think we go to it because we already have blues. We're chilling. But try to always land somewhere with a crafter. Landing with a crafter is absolutely insane. That way you can get bats. If you need to level up your white armor, if you can't find another blue, you can level up your white armor real quick. Get it up to a blue. I recommend doing that. So that's just a good tip for crafting. If your teammates have blue and you have a white, ask them to craft you a bat or whatever it is. Does you have to spend 50 to level up your white to a blue? I recommend it. Even though if you think you might find a blue eventually, just try to go ahead and just craft it to a blue. So you don't risk dying or getting one clip since you have white shields. Also, killing spiders is huge. Just try to get over with really fast. I think this spot's glitched because I keep going over the
What the fuck? The spiders
they
crawled
keep
through the
going
wall.
inside this for some reason. So we didn't really get to do this one. because it gives you extra crafting. Plus, they have smart loot, so whatever weapons you have, you get those attachments for that weapon, light mag, whatever it is. I don't think I got a light mag. I think my teammates picked up the light mags. But it's always good to sit there and farm. Again, for late game. I always try to craft a 301, and I always use PK. PK is absolutely insane this season. So I highly recommend using the PK. If you're not, you're missing out on the amount of damage it does, since it does regular damage to limbs. Am I live right here? And I'm glad I was late. Almost one clip to Ash. I went crazy. If I had a light mag right there, it would have been absolutely insane. So right there, what I'm doing with my ult, pretty much just scooting them back. I don't want them to be anywhere close to us. I want them to be pressured down so we have height on top of the bridge. And as I rotate in, we have to deal with Horizons. I absolutely hate Horizons. It's the worst legend in the game. Imagine. Quick tip for Gibraltars. If you get Horizon ult, please don't try to throw your bubble on the edge of it. Try to throw your bubble right on the middle of it so you can easily destroy it and block out any nades. If you throw it on the edge, all you're going to do is just block your teammates from trying to be able to destroy it. Now, if you throw your bubble in the middle, you can easily get sucked into it and destroy it. Again, if it's a little to the edge, it's kind of hard to destroy it and you get bombarded by nades. So try to throw your bubble in the middle of it. And here's just all about just playing aggressive just because we already have one knocked. I'm fully healthy.
Where'd the Horizon go? Oh, on me.
And the great thing about this season also is you don't have to worry about overextending to try to get that kill or get that assist. I promise you it's not worth it. If you feel like you have to get yourself out of position to shoot somebody and you get absolutely punished for it, you get knocked, try not to do that. Just let your teammates handle it. They get the kill and you don't get to get an assist at all. Perfectly fine. You still get a decent amount of KP at the end. So just don't risk it. I feel like that's a lot of people's big problem is they try to risk it too much to still get that assist. Just don't do it. You'll get enough KP towards the end. Even if you have like 8 participation, as long as you have like 5 kills, you still get a lot of RP, and you're only missing out on like 20 RP compared to your friend that probably got all the kills. It's really not that big of a difference. So again, you're only losing like you're missing out on 20 RP. But you're pretty much winning the game because of it.
Just kept throwing nades down there, dude.
Because you're not throwing.
I had 2 100s in my arc.
Also, big recommendation: just always craft 301. Again, I recommend it. I like using it 3 times normally. I start using it 2 to 4 this season. And it's been slapping. I'm a controller player, of course, on PC. So it's been a lot of fun using these long range weapons. Normally, whenever I use snipers, I use 4 to 8 scopes, which is not normal for I feel like controller players. But the 2 to 4 has been absolutely slapping. And here I go again, trying to shoot some spiders, because again, I recommend shooting spiders all the time.
You're a little out of seat. He's in beacon.
While they hit beacon, I try to stay by myself more than like my teammates. Like I'll try to let them like play as a duo more. It's just how I like to play in ranked lobbies. Now in these lobbies, I do play a lot more closer to my teammates, of course. But if it's something like this simple, where I know I can just easily rotate to them, no big deal.
On me.
Since they on me, I immediately turn. There's just no more just doing that. Just stop whatever I'm doing and help them out as soon as I possibly can.
Guys, come over here, right here. Tim, come here.
Yep, just hit it.
And this is a good Gibraltar tip right here. If your teammates are portaling, just bubble it. Don't even worry about it. A lot of times your teammates are going to be low, but with Ash ports like that, your teammates, as soon as they come out, they're going to be vulnerable, and all the enemy team has to do is just 1, 2, 3 you. And you get destroyed. So that was just a good bubble right there. Without them saying bubble or anything like that. This is good general like Gibraltar knowledge to know.
I'll pop 2 cells and we'll go.
Push it, rate this. 112 on rate. Rate that 25 extra. Like right here, I could have kept like shooting, but I decided not to. And then when I get down, and right here again, I just knew my limits. I just gotta get back up, bat up. let my teammates deal with it so I can get fully healthy. Then I can trade off with them so I can start peeking again.
All killed.
Some of these rocks are also annoying.
Kill.
So this
Okay.
team actually has an advantage over us. Like, we can't get to them at all for the simple fact that we have to go through the river pretty much and up the hill to them. And it's just an open zone where they can easily just one-clip any of us. So we just literally have to wait here. Because they want to get that banner, of course, but we want to be able to push them since they're only a duo, and we want to get this fight over with. And the best way to do that, since I'm Gibraltar, I'm going to use my ult to get them off high ground. A lot of times you want to use your Gibraltar ult for is getting people off high ground.
They either have to get the banner. How much time is on that?
Just yeet it, get back down, sell up.
Go. Still got plenty of time on.
You just ult that?
He's going for banner. Fried out of his
They had to
mind.
back up. They decided to go for banner really quick.
He's gonna phase.
And unfortunate, because it was a Wraith. She's the only one that could be able to get that banner and get out. She wasn't able to do that. Now we're just being greedy, chasing down Octane. I don't recommend doing this all the time for the simple fact you can run into a whole nother team. So be careful whenever you do this.
Down here.
And trying to catch up to an Octane is difficult. I will say it's very difficult.
He's up there.
You
No,
fell
wait,
down
full
again?
heals.
There's another team. There's another team.
Where?
Up top. I think we need to
Alright.
rotate back. Let's rotate back.
Just bubble here. Bub and buckle.
I just fucking jumped over here. Fuck.
I
I thought they were going to come up top. That was me being a bot lurk, honestly.
Are you still kind of protected? No.
This is a great thing about Valk,
don't work
It didn't
out.
move.
is you're able
to
just to get out immediately and not even worry about anything. We can able to rotate up over the team that was holding us, and we can just easily just get out that way.
I don't think it's worth.
I only have 4 cells.
I need ammo, but I can give you stock. Yeah, actually give
There
you
should be
stock.
stuff in there, so I don't know.
We can craft right here
I shot
though.
a lot of spiders.
Yeah, I'm gonna craft 2 bats.
I'm
Craft
crafting
as
light
well.
ammo. Also that's a good thing to do right there is just drop your main weapon, or like your secondary that you don't really use that much ammo wise. Like if it's a shotgun, just drop your shotgun and start crafting your light ammo. Now the reason why you want to drop your weapon
Not gonna
is
rotate
so you don't craft shotgun ammo as well. You only craft the light ammo and it only costs 10. Where if you would have had both in your hand, it would have cost 20 points to craft, and you'd be getting 60 light and 16 shotgun ammo, and you don't need shotgun ammo. So just drop your shotgun, craft your primary twice, or like your light ammo twice, and you're good to go. You have 2 sacks of light ammo, and you don't have to waste any on shoddy. And if you're someone like me that just likes to keep shooting and shooting and shooting and shooting, I recommend a lot of ammo. I always carry ammo over nades any day. Just because I like to shoot a lot. I'll just waste my whole clip shooting into somebody. I'm kind of careless with my ammo for that reason.
Right here. Gibby team.
They're over here.
I'm gonna beam the Gibby.
Go for it.
3, 2, 1.
Sorry, I didn't know you 3, 2, 1. I was gonna say go for it.
Right here, just bubbling really quick before I get knocked.
We're all cracked though.
Another team came down on him.
Rotate back. Can we rotate back? Please?
Broker.
go.
You getting back in? This is what I mean about playing buildings and stuff like that. You always want to be close to cover. A lot of people have been complaining about Spitfires, and if you're dying to Spitfires, you're having trouble with Spitfires, try not to stay out in the open too long. Spitfires don't do as much damage as a lot of other weapons, so if you want to get one clip by it, it's because they're just spraying you down and you're just out in the open, or you keep trying to contest them. Just wait it out. If you can, try to relocate. Again, if you play Gibby, bubble, get out, or just bubble and just let them just eat up the ammo and just poke here and there whenever you get a chance. But if they start to just blast you and you break your shields, stop peeking, relocate, shield up, and try to hit them from different angles without
pop this syringe and then
Showing too much of yourself.
I'll go ahead and pop 2 actually. Oh, I need to bubble.
Do we?
Yeah, because they're looking.
A lot of times I like wasting bubble whenever we Valcult. I'm not a big fan of bubbling and Valculting. Even though it's nice to do, there's the fact that they can shoot your Valk and it just cancels it and you have to wait to use Valcult again. I like having bubbles, so in this case we land, I'm able to use bubble right when we land if needed. So that's my big thing when it comes to bubbling.
Is that building free?
Right now I'm seeing if the building's free or not. That's why I'm just looking at it, and I'm just going to go ahead and just commit to it in a minute. They did want to hold here, and I know that building's going to be the best spot for us to hold since it's a lot more cover, of course. Then the strongholds have that huge ceiling top they can just look down from at different angles. So go ahead and just secure the building. And this is what you want to do. You want to secure late game zone. We have a care package next to us as well, so that's huge. Let him bubble out just in case he needs it. Again, if you're a Gibby main, just don't be shy of throwing your bubble if your teammates are getting blasted, especially like on climb ups and stuff. But yeah, going back to Valculting, bubble if needed, if you know the people are around. But if no one's around, just try to Valcult for free without using bub, because more likely if you land, you might have to fight a team. And a lot of people, you know, a lot of people are going to find this kind of gameplay a little boring, even though we have 3 kills, 2 assists, and have 1 participation. This kind of playstyle is how you have to play. It's not the funnest, of course. But it's how you rank up, and you have to play it this way this season. Like last season, it was a little different. Last season, you can still get your KP, get top 5, you're chilling. It didn't hurt you that bad if you didn't get first place. This season, I recommend trying to get that first place.
I meant to this door, my bad, Tim. I didn't mean to.
Because now that kills don't matter early game, and they matter late game. It makes a big difference on how people play. A lot of people don't really want to die off rip. I've had multiple times already where we've landed on pred teams or a pred team landed on us, and if they start losing the fight, I end a little bit, they just run away immediately. Which is not like a lot of pred teams.
Okay, awkward.
So if you're lower rank and you're fighting a pred team, don't be too scared of them. Because more likely they're gonna be more scared of you for the simple fact if they die, they get a big minus 60 on the bird chest, where you might only get like minus 52 or something like that, or like 40. And a lot of these pred players are like they're actually still masters technically, but there's not that many preds yet. They get dropped down the mid D1. Just because of how much RP they lose, and how much they can't keep going, and gaining. And they give that forgiveness. Well, they lose that lost forgiveness, I should say. And if you realize, like, if you know yourself starting to get to your last 3 games, then you lose all 3 of those games, and then you get D-ranked, just try to play slow, play a little smarter, and you're going to learn this way. It's a slow process, but I feel like this kind of point system is going to make a lot of players a lot better at the game, just mechanically.
Right here. Horizon behind this rock.
Right here, I had this game. I had something against Horizons. I died to Horizon 3 times in a row before this game. It was all due to her ult.
Knocked her ass right
Absolutely annoyed me. So I was bullying Horizons this game. I was really happy about it.
She's almost thirsted. Right behind us. Thank you.
I grabbed everything. I'm coming up with it.
Horizon right here.
Another Horizon. Just letting Horizons know. I don't want them.
Almost broke.
4 cells.
As you can see, sometimes my aim gets a little away from me. I'm not the best with aiming. And I don't think in Apex you need to have good aim at all. My aim is like probably the most inconsistent aim ever.
I've killed 3 Horizons so far this game.
And right now we're chilling.
Factor 70.
3 squads left. We know where each squad is. And this is why I don't see Bloodhound being that
I
useful.
don't give a fuck.
I just don't recommend Bloodhound or like Seer because you don't need it.
Kick me again.
Once you get into your building, you pretty much you try to keep a note of where everybody is. I'm trading off this. Actually, I don't want to trade off. No.
I'm just checking zones. I'm just checking zones.
I didn't know what to do. I didn't know if I wanted to switch to the flatline or keep the 301 since I was feeling the 301.
Underneath right here.
It's hard to switch weapons after you've already been on a weapon for a while. We're vibing right here.
Oh, I got faulted.
And the reason why I'm playing support like so much is to try to figure out exactly where zone is for my teammates. Because I know like even though like I have a Valk and Ash, I can just fly out or like port out. If I start getting shot at, I can easily bubble and get out. So it's like the same thing as having like a Wraith, like a rotational character. I'm taking a bat. Rohan has got absolutely beamed. That other team does not want to push, and I'm gonna make sure they don't want to push. So I'm just gonna go ahead and cut them off my ult, so we can just easily take this 3v2. And that's a smart thing to do, especially as a Gibby player, and always destroy Horizon ults, always. Horizon 1 over there. And I punished them for trying to push us. So again, use all right there so they couldn't push us at all. And now they're getting back in a little spot, and I'm absolutely beaming them. Keeping constant pressure on them until my teammates loot whatever they need to loot. And I can go loot afterwards. Please tell me the one that's good over there. So make sure that not everyone's looting at the same time. If your teammates are going in and it's a 3v2, make sure someone's holding off the other team. If they can't win that 2v2, then that's just unfortunate on their part. Or if you're a part of that 2v2 and your teammates holding off the other team, just making sure they're calling out what's going on with the other team, so they're aware and alert of what they can do next after that fight's over, or if they should help you and stop fighting the 2v2. Here, making sure full health. These little spots are actually really good if you ever get in fish farms. So right here, I decide to hold an off angle. I see the opportunity. I see the height. And I go ahead and just go to the off angle. Because I know if I go up these stairs, I can easily see them behind the cover. And they start getting punished for that reason. Horizon broken, low. Good shit. And 2 of us focus the Horizon, unfortunately, on her part. Valk's broken, teammates low, I immediately bubble. He didn't have to ask for it, it's just general knowledge of trading. This is a big thing that you want to do in Apex, is if your teammate is low, trade with them. Immediately jump in front of them. If you play Gibby, throw bubble, slide jump, step in front, let them know, you know, just get back. And just try to take all of the focus, take all the damage, that way they can take it back, and you guys can trade back. So... if you're low, they should be trading with you while you take a bat, vice versa, or you can just take the background area, start shooting like he did. He got low, he got broken. I stepped in front, was fighting the Seer, already had the Valk broke, and I took main focus, and he was able to get off angles and just light him up for free. So that was that game. I'm going to go back. Pretty solid game. Again, these lobbies are going to last 20 plus minutes. So don't be surprised if you're playing long games in ranked. If you don't have that much time to play, if you have work or something, just try to take your time in these lobbies. Just play it slow, even though it's boring. If you want to rank up, get better at the game, I just recommend playing this way. Play slow, play smart. Try to focus on kills late game, like while you're rotating. And be smart about what legends you pick. I don't recommend scan legends. I don't think they're necessary. You always want to try to have a Valk on your team so you can rotate and get to those buildings early. And of course, play the big man. Always. So I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was a really long video. I know a lot of it was just me watching the gameplay because there wasn't a lot going on. I was just trying to explain stuff here and there of this new season. A lot of people struggle with it. And I'll be uploading a lot more videos explaining how to rank up or how you should be playing different legends, anything like that. So hope you guys enjoyed the video and hope you guys are looking forward to new uploads of this new season and this new ranked style. So I appreciate you guys watching. See you guys in the next video. Peace.